Good morning, boys and girls. Hello, my kindergarten friends. I'm happy to see you today. I have a funny book for you by Helen, one of my favorite authors of funny books. It's called A Porcupine Named Fluffy. When Mr. and Mrs. Porcupine had their first child, they were delighted. Now he needed a name. Should they call him Spike? No, Spike was too common. Too many people already had that name. Should they call him Lance? No, Lance sounded too fierce. Should they call him Needle Rouser? No, Needle Rouser was too long. Prickles, Pokey, Quillian? Then together they had an idea. Let's call him Fluffy. It's such a pretty name, Fluffy. But soon there came a time when Fluffy began to doubt that he was Fluffy. He first became suspicious when he backed into a door and stuck fast. That was not a Fluffy thing to do. His dad hung his hat on Fluffy's nose. He was even more convinced when he accidentally slept on his back and poked holes in his mattress. A very unfluffy thing to do. When he tried to carry an umbrella, he knew the truth without a doubt. Fluffy was not fluffy. So he decided to become fluffier. Clouds are fluffy, he thought. I'll be a cloud. But he couldn't stay up. I know, pillows are fluffy, he said. I will be a pillow. But when his mother accidentally sat on him, she was not pleased. He tried soaking in a bubble bath for 45 minutes, but he did not become fluffy. He became soggy. He tried whipped cream. He put a little on each quill. It was not easy, and it took more than half of a day. Look at him. He looks like a little white monster. But this did not make Fluffy fluffy. They should have named me Gooey, he sighed. But he tastes good, though. A lot of whipped cream on him. He ate lots of fluffy marshmallows. He rolled in shaving cream and feathers. He even tried to be a bunny. But the truth remained, Fluffy was not fluffy. One afternoon, Fluffy set out for a walk trying to think of ways to become fluffy. Before long, he met up with a very large rhinoceros. "Grrr," cried the rhinoceros. "I'm going to give you a rough time." Fluffy didn't know what a rough time was, but he didn't like the sound of it. "What's your name, small prickly thing?" asked the rhinoceros very unkindly. "Fluffy," said Fluffy. "My name is Fluffy." The rhinoceros smiled. He giggled. He laughed out loud, and then he rolled on the ground. He jiggled and he slapped his knee, and he roared with laughter. "A porcupine named Fluffy?" howled the rhinoceros. Fluffy was embarrassed, but he tried to be polite. "And what is your name?" he inquired. "I can't say it," giggled the rhinoceros. "Hubert," suggested Fluffy. "Ha, ha, ha, ha. Oh, help, I just can't say it. I'm laughing so hard," said the rhino. "Harold, or maybe Herman?" asked Fluffy. "No," said the rhinoceros. "It's ha, 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 Hippo." "Hippo? A rhinoceros named Hippo?" Fluffy smiled. He giggled. Then he laughed out loud. He jiggled and he slapped his knees. He howled with laughter. "A rhinoceros named Hippo?" Fluffy cried. A porcupine named Fluffy, a rhino named Hippo. It was almost more than they could bear. Hippo and Fluffy rolled on the ground, giggling and laughing until tears came to their eyes. At last they lay exhausted on the ground. From that time on, they were the best of friends. And Fluffy didn't mind being called Fluffy anymore, even though he wasn't fluffy. The end. Book about two friends with funny names by Helen Lester. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to read you another one, but the other one's going to come tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.